to get you, Barbara.
Ever played Skin the Cat?
Someone's in the back seat! Tell me where you are, John!
Wolfman's got Nards!
Hi guys, my name's Barry and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the 10 most anticipated horror movies of 2023. Now before I get into these guys, they're not going to be in order of release date, they're not going to be in order of what I'm most excited about, they're just going to be in a random order and that's it. First up we've got Megan. From Blumhouse. Now there already is a trailer for Megan and we already know what this movie is about, and I think it does look good. It looks interesting. It might be terrible, but it's one of these movies where you might love it or you might hate it. Yes, it obviously takes some traits from movies like Chucky, and I'm talking about the remake from 2019, and there's a lot of tropes in the trailer that we've seen time and time again in different types of horror movies. It even looks similar to the movie Orphan from 2009. So yes, it's got a lot of similarities about it and a lot of familiarities, but that's maybe why I'm thinking it looks pretty good, because it goes that safe route and it's something that whets the appetite, something that Blumhouse know that people will want to see, whether they think it's good or not. They want to get bums on the seats, and I think the marketing for Megan so far has been fantastic. Next we've got Scream 6. Obviously Scream 6 is definitely going to be on this list. It was a bit ropey from times to find out what it was going to be called. Is it going to be called Scream? Is it going to be called Scream 2? Scream hyphens? Scream whatever? But no, it's just called Scream 6 in Roman numerals. Yes, I'm obviously excited about Scream 6. I've been excited about every Scream movie since it came out. There's not been a bad Scream movie out yet. There's been some questionable entries in the franchise, but even the questionable entries have been really good and watchable, or at least rewatchable for me. So not sure if Scream 6 is going to be good. I know that they're bringing Kirby back, which is fantastic. They're even introducing new characters with Samara Weaving coming into the fold. Not sure how much of a role she's going to be playing, or even Kirby for that matter, but that doesn't matter to me. I'm just excited to see Scream 6. I've absolutely no idea what they're going to be doing in this one, obviously until we see the trailer. But we've seen nothing so far, which is great, and I'm very excited for it. Next up we've got Spin the Bottle. Now this is the one film on this list that I know absolutely nothing about. And you're maybe thinking, well, if you know nothing about this film, why are you excited for it? Well, the reason being is because it's got Justin Long in it, and we all know that Justin Long has now established himself as a horror icon. It's got Ali Larter in it as well. She's coming back to the horror genre, and all I can think of is it's a horror movie about spinning the bottle, and if it lands on you, something bad might happen. I have absolutely no idea, but it sounds great, the title's fantastic, and obviously the cast looks great as well. Next up we've got Saw 10, or Saw X, whatever you want to call it. I'm not a massive fan of the Saw franchise. The movies deteriorated as time went by. The first couple of Saw movies were obviously the best, and I think that's why I'm interested in seeing this one, because I hear that this one is going to be sort of like Saw 1.5 or Saw 0.5. It's going to be set round about the first two Saw movies. John Kramer's coming back as Jigsaw, and we've also got Amanda coming back, played by Shawnee Smith. So we've got original stars coming back to this movie. That's what interests me about it. I'm hoping that they don't go very cheesy with it, because obviously the actors themselves have aged over the last 19 or so years. So it might be difficult trying to set the movie back in time. They might digitally enhance their looks, I've no idea, but because those two are back, they're going back to the roots of Saw. I'm interested in it. Next up we've got Evil Dead Rise. Now, for those of you who know me will know that I absolutely adore Evil Dead from 2013, and I know that this officially doesn't have anything to do with that movie as far as we're aware. All we've got is one image for the movie so far, but that one image alone is enough to keep me interested in it, because it does have that look of the 2013 remake or reboot, but it also has the same feeling of the original franchise as well by Sam Raimi. And I think with the Evil Dead movies, there's not been a bad movie. Just like the Scream movies, there's not been a bad movie in the Evil Dead franchise, but something about the Evil Dead franchise is the worst movie in the franchise is fantastic. So I've got nothing but high hopes, but I've also got high expectations for Evil Dead Rise, because if it's not good, then that will be disappointing for me, because every movie in the franchise, like I said, is absolutely fantastic. Next up, we've got True Haunting. This might be something that you guys may have not heard of, but I've followed this story for quite a while because it's very intriguing. Now, I know a lot of ghost stories is very much played out in Hollywood these days. We've got Emily Moriarty that's in The Boys, and we've also got Jamie Campbell Bower, who plays Vecna in Stranger Things. So those two are the main characters in this film, and it's about a crew of people, I think it might be NBC, I'm sure, that they film a live exorcism. No idea if it was obviously real or not, but who cares. I think, in fact, on YouTube you see the NBC recording of the exorcism, and I think the movie is going to be about that. Now, there's no trailer, there's no official images for it yet, so we don't know how they're going to play out this storyline. Are they just going to set it that one day, or are they going to just lead up to it? Is it like a build up of the story, or is it maybe the aftermath of the recording, trying to debunk what happened, etc.? I've no idea, but the mystery behind it sounds pretty good. The story itself sounds fantastic as well. So, and again, it's another one I'm very interested in. Next, we've got The Strangers by Rennie Harlin, and I think it's a strange choice bringing Rennie Harlin in to do a movie like The Strangers. I know that Rennie Harlin went way downhill a long time ago, so I don't have high hopes for it, but I'm still anticipating a decent movie, hopefully, because I really like the first two Strangers movies. I don't know if this is The Strangers 3. I hear it might be called The Strangers 3, with parts 4 and 5 following soon after it. I think Rennie Harlin might be trying to make his own trilogy, so I don't know if he's going to go his own trilogy route with his own storyline, or if he's bringing back similar characters or the same characters from the first two movies. I've absolutely no idea, but because I really liked the first two Strangers movies, then this one is going to whet my appetite. I'm really intrigued to see where he can go with this one. And again, with Rennie Harlin not being the best director anymore, hopefully he can do something with the Strangers franchise. Next up, we've got M. Night Shyamalan's Knock at the Cabin. Now, I know that a lot of people watched M. Night Shyamalan movies expecting a twist in the film, and this one is no exception. With the looks of the trailer, there's obviously going to be a twist in the movie as to why the guys are doing what they're doing to this family. Now, I've not read the book. I know that some people have read the book, so they probably already know the twist, but even with the book itself and M. Night Shyamalan being involved, he might change things from what you've read in the book. So even though you might know what's going to happen, or think you might know, I think M. Night Shyamalan will twist that again. It's M. Night Shyamalan after all. But yeah, we've seen the trailer for this film, so we know more about it than we do most of the films on this list. But at the same time, the trailer does make me interested in it, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do with a story like this. Next up, we've got Salem's Lot. Now, there's no guarantee that this movie's coming out in 2023. It was supposed to come out last year, and the year before, and the year before. It keeps on getting delayed, but it looks like there's a solid foundation for it now that's already in production. There's no official images for it yet. There's no trailers for it, obviously. But still, I really enjoyed Salem's Lot when I was a kid. That was one of the first VHSs that I bought from Warner Brothers Home Video back in the day. And I really loved Dracula style movies back when I was a young kid. Obviously, I loved the Monster Squad. So those types of movies always intrigued me. And I even loved the return to Salem's Lot back in, I think it was 1987 or something, that one came out. With a young Tara Reid. So I was always interested in the story of Salem's Lot, obviously Stephen King's story. So although it's a reboot / remake, I know that a lot of people hate remakes before they even see the film, but I enjoy remakes, and I'm hoping and praying that Salem's Lot is another good one. And lastly, we've got The Exorcist. Now, this is another one that might not be guaranteed for a 2023 release. Being that it's Blumhouse, it should come out when it's supposed to, because they're quite organised over at Blumhouse. It is directed by David Gordon Green, and say what you will about David Gordon Green because of what he done with the Halloween trilogy. He's very creative, so I think he could be more suited to the Exorcist movies than he was with the Halloween movies. Now, I enjoyed the Halloween films that he made. I think they were all really good and they were all different. And I think he will give a positive spin to the Exorcist movies. We've got Ellen Burstyn coming back as well. I don't know how they're going to play that. Is it going to be a sequel to the original? Is it a remake? Is it a reboot? Is it set before? Is Ellen Burstyn playing a different character? I've got no idea. In fact, I think maybe some more information is out there than what I know about, but I loved The Exorcist as a kid. It scared the life out of me when I was younger as well. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing a reboot or a remake of The Exorcist. I know there are movies out there that you really should not touch. Some people say The Exorcist is one of those, Jaws, Back to the Future, etc. And because The Exorcist is part of that, I know that it's going to get a lot of hate even before the movie comes out. But I think you should watch a film first and then decide if you like it or not. And I'm going to be doing that with The Exorcist. It might be bad, it might be great, it might be the middle of the road, I don't know, but you have to see it before you can judge, and I'm still looking forward to it anyway. So that is my 10 most anticipated horror movies of 2023, guys. There might be other horror movies out there that I don't know about yet that are coming out for definite in 2023, but what do you think of the 10 on my list, guys? Are you looking forward to those ones, or is there anything that maybe I should be looking forward to? Leave those down below, let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.